Aquarius, hello! Welcome to my channel, Universal Power Tarot. My name is Marta. These messages are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys, and as well myself, of course. All right, my sweethearts, how are y'all doing? I hope you're doing fine and are safe and well. You guys, I want to give out a huge thank you to you for participating and winning last month. 20-minute free private reading and in uplifting the collective in such a wonderful way. Thank you so much. It was incredible. I was so moved by it. Really, as soon as the first messages started to trickle in, I was like, yes, they're catching on. They're uplifting. How beautiful. And it thrilled me so much. It was so cool to see we have such a wonderful tribe going on here. And I'm so grateful to you guys for being here and being part of this journey, and that I am allowed to be part of your journey as well. So thank you so much, you guys. We're gonna do the same thing again since this worked so wonderfully for the month of May. I know this is your June 2020 reading, but it comes out in May. So write something empowering if you want to, right? For the collective, something that empowered you, that you feel you would like to share. I already saw, because this is coming out later, so I already saw a bunch of empowering comments, and I was like, yes, that is so cool. I love that we do that for each other. So if you want to and want to win the 20-minute free private reading with Spirit and I, then please write something empowering for the collective, all right? Beautiful. All right. Aqua, this is your June 2020 reading. Oh, by the way, one more thing. When we reach 10,000 subscribers, yay! So cool. I'm going to offer a 20% discount on all private readings as well as the extendeds for that particular month when we reach the 10,000 subscribers. I'm so excited for that. And yeah, hit that button, please, you guys. Hit that subscribe button if you want to. I'm stoked. All right, your reading, sweethearts. I am starting to get like back here. It's starting to catch on with me. It just started. So this must be for some of you like a back pain, but right there. It's a really weird spot to be having somewhat of a headache. But what I'm feeling with this is not so much headache, it's muscles, it's tendons that are somehow connected to exactly that spot. So you may want to stretch here, Aqua, for some of you, okay? First card is out already. It's a general reading, dear Aquarius. That means it may or may not resonate with you. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else, okay? So, you can reverse the placements. It's not gender specific. I work with the energies here. It's not really time specific either. I know I put time on it, but that's for informative purposes. Whenever the title of a message resonates with you, you guys, or you feel drawn to it for some other reason, just go ahead and watch it. There may be a message in it for you, and it doesn't matter if it's your sign or not. We pretty much got every sign on the block in our chart anyways, okay? So when it resonates and you feel drawn, trust your instincts. All right. Is there anything else? Yes, these messages can be triggering because they're designed particularly for those that seek personal and or spiritual growth. So if that's not what you're looking for, maybe this is not for you. But if it is, and if you're curious, you may as well watch, and you're most welcome to stay, of course, right? Okay, you guys, let's hop in. Wow, one major arcana, and this won't stop in the back here. This is quite the spot, actually. It's really throbbing now. So this is really, really connected to one of you at least. And it's, sorry, I have to just say that because maybe it'll go away. It's like really warm too. That spot is starting to get really warm too. So focus your energy here on this point and really try to accept it for the way that it is, and then it'll disappear, it'll resolve. Also stretch, okay? So we had the Hangman Aqua here for you, okay? So cool. Major arcana, this is like you may be waiting on something, but this is more so telling me about you have been waiting on something which is finally here for you, and it stops. The wait is stopping. The waiting game is stopping. The wisdom is trickling in for you, and this is in the realm of enlightenment too for some of you, right? Or epiphany. This is like an aha moment, like, oh my God, really? It's like that. It's like waking up and not being able to believe what you see right in front of you. This is like a pretty big shift that is occurring to you here right now, or will be very soon, because it's your first card, right? It has also to do with you. Some of you may be emerging as leaders. Now, that could mean for your own life, you're finally like, man, I should have taken the lead before. I should have not allowed other people's opinions to guide me here, because this is my life after all. And I am the one that is leading it. And I am the one that has to live it too. That's what I feel here. It's a huge transformation where you will come into clarity about some shadow aspects of your soul here. You can listen or read Carl Jung for that, shadow aspects. Or what else is really good? Carol S. Pearson, I would recommend, with the 12, I'm just checking my bookshelf, 12 archetypes of the soul. That's really good too, to know yourself and to know shadow aspects. That's a really helpful one, the 12 archetypes of your soul. Okay, so you're going to come into knowledge about that and find out more about that, because the more we know about that, the more we know ourselves, right? And that's so beautiful, because that's what it's about. And it's about that duality feeling too, because when we feel something and then we feel the contrast of it, it's like, wow, all the more intense. Vice versa, right? Vice versa. There's a lot of how do I say that, a lot of wishes, a lot of intentions being set here in that direction, especially when we are in strong contrast. Definitely, it's like you've climbed the mountain and now you're almost on the descent again. So you've been up there and then you had this moment because you put in a lot of work, and then now you're starting to climb back down and you're like, wow, cool, I finally saw it. I finally know what's going on here, says Aquarius, which is gorgeous. And climbing back down from the mountain apparently means leaving something behind here. That could be a relationship, a job, a situation in general. Emotions, old emotions could be too. It's with the Eight of Cups, that's a situation that has, or relationship that has deteriorated to the point where you could no longer take it. So it's much like that. And you had this epiphany moment on it. And maybe you also feel like that you've been waiting a bit too long. And Spirit is saying you haven't. You couldn't have known this before. And also, you couldn't have stepped out of this particular situation and relationship before. You could not have. You just weren't ready. You weren't at that point yet. So it's almost like don't punish yourself for that, because you couldn't have. Okay, there was no other way. And now you're on your move towards where? Oh, wow. Yes. Yes, 10 of Cups. That's amazing, Aqua. That's where you're going. The 10 of Cups. That's so beautiful. Yeah, that's emotional fulfillment, right? For some of you, it could mean that you're walking right into a very, very beautiful commitment here with another. So that's really beautiful. It could also mean like internal, when we finally are able to walk away from past emotions, we'll walk right into the 10 of Cups, like within ourselves, right? Emotional fulfillment, alignment of divine feminine and divine masculine. It is so gorgeous when you find that in between and that balance. It's really gorgeous, and you're walking right into it. Look at this. It's really beautiful. Look, isn't that so cool? You're like walking away almost in a hurry now. You're like, oh my god, I should have noticed that before. And you're like almost bumping into this one here. Really gorgeous. And it's like finally letting go. That's what they're saying. Finally letting go. Although it's not the connotation on you could have done this sooner. You couldn't have. You couldn't have. Don't beat yourself up about that. The Queen of Pentacles. That is so beautiful, because that's someone who's very at home in her body. His or her body, right? It's also learning how to deal with money, learning how to handle money and use it as a tool, and not being controlled by it, but rather controlling it, like using it as a tool, or using clothes as a tool, or using like makeup as a tool, and not so much allowing it to use you, right? You're dominating that now, and that's in the realm of you're taking the life in your own hands. You are the leader of your life. That's what I feel this is connected to today. Absolutely. Yeah. It also could mean you're coming into a bit of money here, which is quite beautiful. It also means that you are reflective of the past, right? What did I just say? Reflective of the past. Are we? Are we, Aquarius? Are you thinking about someone in particular? So again, this could denote to something that you've been holding on to for quite a while. This could have been a relationship that you just weren't able to get away from, right? That's what this feels like. It's like you've been in this cycle for the longest time here, Aquarius, and you just, for some reason, you just could not move on from it. But you, again, you had this epiphany, this aha moment, and then all of a sudden you could. So maybe during this quarantine time, something happened for you where you were just like, I need to let this go. Like something must have happened where you're like, I can no longer like hold on to this. I need to let this go. It's driving me nuts. Especially when we do have finally time to think and to ourselves, right? Because that time truly confronted a lot of us. Most of us, I would think, with a lot of things. And it must have confronted you with this past situation, being that a relationship, what it, to be honest, looks like to me here. Or, yeah, some kind of a situation that you just left behind. Yeah, and this situation really hurt you. It really did. It really inflicted a bunch of pain on you. But the Queen of Swords, and this is awesome here, she is one who overcame that pain. And she's like transforming, like I said, facing that shadow side, right? Transformed that pain. She's used that heartache for her personal growth. Or his personal growth, right? So that's an awesome thing here. Really, 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 really cool stuff. That transformative process here, because that means you come out on top. And it also means you're no longer going to hold your tongue. So if we're talking about a person here, should that person try to come back into your life, which is a possibility here, you will give them your peace of mind. But not, I don't feel so much in an angry kind of a way, but in a very straightforward kind of a way. That's what I feel. Excuse me, you're not holding back on your opinion, but you don't have to do it like, blah, blah, blah. You don't, right? Because you made up your mind. You exactly understand what the situation was for, why it came into your life, how it made you grow. But you'll be very outspoken about this here. Oh, yes. Wow, you got 3 queens here now. Wow. Hi, Queen. That's awesome. The Queen of Cups here. Yeah, that's being in the receptive mode. It's also being in your emotions, really being comfortable with your emotions. You work through something and you're coming out on top again. But the difference between the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups here is the Queen of Swords has a bit of a hard kind of a stance, but really like powerful. Not to say that the Queen of Cups isn't powerful. She's powerful in her own right. She's powerful in her emotions, but she has a much more gentler approach here. She's also highly intuitive. So Aqua, you are highly intuitive here. And you're open to receive. You're in the receptive mode, which is always really good because that's when stuff is coming in for you, right? And that would denote to the Queen of Pentacles that showed up here earlier. That just makes a lot of sense, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Stalemate, the Two of Swords. There was a decision that you had to make. And this to me is is equal forces, right? Forces within you fighting about this. One person or one voice inside you may have been still holding on to this relationship very tightly, but you also knew that you had to let it go. Like another side of you just knew you had to let this go in order to move forward, because this just didn't work out for you, whatever it was. Again, being a relationship or being it a like past emotions or a job, or I don't know your life. You would know best, right? And this is a general reading. So there were two forces within you that were fighting with one another, and really that must have been kind of tough for you to deal with, because when two things pull in different direction, it's like constantly you're trying to find agreement between these two. At least that's what it feels like to me. You must have come into agreement with these. You must have maybe started to talk with these voices, to open up internal dialogue here, okay? Yeah, that is beautiful, really beautiful. Wow, see that? Because I said with the Queen of Swords, now we have the Knight of Swords. That is someone who will truly like give you his or her peace of mind. It's like, but that's not in the Queen of Swords mode, like being all gentle or being outspoken, but not being cut downish kind of a way, right? But the Knight of Swords is really, oh wow, it's really stepping in. So this I see as you, like some kind of an authoritative figure is what I see right now. Maybe harsh words were spoken in this situation, but what I feel here with this is that's internal again. So internal dialogue, and you finally were like, okay, cut it out, you two. Cut it out, you two. You need to stop this. Like, we need to work together. We really need to work together here to make this happen. Because if we're talking about the mind, which swords denote to, and thoughts, then that's like maybe you were trying to stop like an inner critic or something like that who was really talking like badly to you, and you noticed, because the energies are so amped up right now that we just noticed, and we did have, most of us did have the time to think about it too. So it's like that. It's like, no, you're not talking bad about me. For example, you should have done this yesterday. Even that, you're like, no, you stepped in and be like, no, you be quiet now because I couldn't have. I needed to rest too. And they're like, no, we don't need to rest. And you're like, oh, yeah, we do. Because I am balancing out here the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I want emotional fulfillment. I want that balance, says Aquarius. And you must have really worked on that. Like, you're really invested the time and effort to make this happen here for you, which is really, really beautiful. Really beautiful. All right, Aqua, we're going to take this over to the extended. I'm really curious where this is going to go for you here. And if this resonated, you're most welcome to come over to Vimeo and Patreon. But before I talk about this, I want to draw for you. No, wait, I'm going to draw for you after I say those two more cards. This one and the Guardian Angel cards, okay? But for my newbies, thank you for all your subscriptions. And you can follow me over to Vimeo if this resonated with you. Links down in the caption below, and to Patreon. Vimeo is for single extendeds only, so you can purchase and rent them over there. And there is Patreon, where you have 3 options to choose from. So I did this for your convenience, so you can choose whichever option suits you best. So check out both and see which deal fits you best if this resonated. All right, I'm also still available for private readings right now. I'm still open. Also down in the link below. Ah, yes. The White Witch, be the light. That is beautiful. Oh, so cool. Okay, but I already know what it's gonna say. But she's got that same, that's interesting, she's got that same kind of a butterfly mothy kind of a thing in her hair. So that's interesting. So this is about personal growth for sure. See this? Here and here. Same thing. Same thing. That is cool. Yeah, this is about personal growth. This is a great opportunity right now. All right, let me read this for you. The White Witch. Here we go. Be the light, you beautiful people. Take the higher road and choose the light. Remove yourself from lower energy experiences. The White Witch card represents the maiden aspect of the triple goddess of paganism and modern Wicca. The maiden is a gentle, innocent, and pure aspect of the goddess, a loving soul who wants nothing but the best for the whole earth. Here she is joined by a horned owl, showing that she's willing to respect those with more wisdom and experience than she has, but she's also willing to trust what she feels to be right within. With this card, you are being reminded of the goodness within. No matter what is happening to you or around you, you have a choice. Indeed you do. Choose not to be pulled into dramas, bickering, or energies that are just going to limit your joy. If you are surrounded by people who are hostile towards you or someone else, or you are in a negative situation, perhaps in your workplace, you are being invited to be the light. You are an incredible person who can really bring light. So how can you change the energy? How can you redirect the conversation to love? How can you protect yourself? How can you help the person that is being picked on? Or are you the one who is guilty of causing a drama? You will know the answers. Know also that you are being encouraged to shine the light you were born to share. That is really quite beautiful. And on second thought, and with that card coming up, that one could be another person that is aggressively towards you. But still, the other scenario I talked about still very much applies, because sometimes we're just unsure and we're being pulled in two directions, and that's what I definitely felt here. All right, one more guardian angel card before we take this over to the extended. Can't wait, you guys. Here we go. Inspiration. Inspiration is yours. So, a wave of inspiration and a stream of beautiful ideas are about to enter your aura. It is important that you trust your intuition at this time. Pay attention to unusual thoughts that come to your mind and do not discount your imagination. Many wonderful ideas which have served humanity were initially scoffed at or ridiculed. We, your guardian angel, will help you discover ways to apply your ideas and manifest new realities for your life. Now, this is super interesting, because I would like to know like where you're going with this 10 of Cups with the emotional fulfillment, and this is already like a pointer in that direction. So I can't wait what's going to come out in the extended. So if you would like to follow me over to Vimeo and or Patreon, links down below. You guys, thank you so much for all of your love and support, for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, for your wonderful comments. I'm sending you much love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And I'll either see you over there or next time. Bye, Aqua.